Hey, this is Judgment Waits, and I'm playing Warhammer 40k Killteam. But before I get into that, I wanted to give a big shout out to Raven Pro Design. She is the one that actually did my new intro, and boy, that thing is sick. I am really loving it, so a big thank you to Raven Pro Design. Make sure you check out her channel. She's, of course, the one that did my outro as well, so if you like that, you know, like I said, make sure you check out her channel and subscribe. If you subscribe, I think she has some actual free templates that she'll give you for doing that, so you know, definitely worthwhile. You can also hire her to actually create one. I'm not going to talk about price, or you know, please don't message me about that. You know, that's something you need to work out with her, but I would definitely recommend her. She does a kick butt job. Back to this game though, this is an arcade game, and I was thinking about showing you a different arcade game each week, and hopefully these are some that you may not have heard of, you know, so it'll be something interesting and new to you. But like I said, this is Warhammer 40k or Warhammer 40,000 Killteam. And as you can see right now, I am choosing my character and choosing what kind of weapon he has. Now he starts off with a heavy bolter, and then you can unlock the plasma cannon and the missile launcher, and I think there might be one more thing that you can unlock. But then you can also select special perks. As you can see, you know, you can gain health. These are actually ones that are locked, so I can't access them till I, you know, progress through the game. But the other ones are like extra health, you know, a special enhanced move, or you can get to your special move quicker, or you know, you can be better suited for range damage or melee damage. Now this guy is pretty much a range type person, and that means that he's going to want to shoot somebody, you know, instead of getting into hand-to-hand with somebody. So you can also pick a hand-to-hand character. You can also pick, you know, two other characters. So there's you know, a lot of variation as far as style of play that you can choose. As you're going to see, this is a third-person shooter. You can actually download the demo for free. I think if you actually want to buy the game, and I'd recommend downloading the demo, you know, always, just to try it out to see if it's something that you like. But if you do like it, I think it's only 800 Microsoft points, and it is rated teen due to the blood and the violence, but both of those aspects, you know, they're not too much in this game. Alright, so this is how it starts out. You are playing as the Space Marines. This is an orc cruiser, and those are orcs that you're going against, and you're going to be boarding their ship, trying to stop them. They're on their way to one of your planets or something like that. Now, a Space Marine is not your typical human being. They are actually like 10 feet tall, have more than one heart, and they're just genetically engineered to be superhuman beings. Now, if you notice, there's a guy there, and another slot opens up. You actually can play this as co-op. And I'm referring to a split-screen co-op, not a multiplayer co-op. Multiplayer would have been really cool in this game. Here are the controls. Basically, your left thumbstick moves you, your right one shoots your gun in that direction, whatever you push it. You've got your special move on the left bumper. You can run with the left trigger. You got grenades on your right bumper, and you can interact with Y and hit A for melee. So that's basically how the controls work. As you can see, you've got your health in the top left, and you can see how many frag grenades that you have. I don't have any. I haven't picked any up. And you can also see your score underneath that. Bottom right is your HUD, and that's where you can see where the people or the enemies are coming at you and where you need to go. But it's pretty obvious where you need to go. Now I'm going to go over here to the edge. You cannot fall off anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. That HUD is really important because obviously this is third person and you can't see everywhere that you'd like to, as you can like with a first person shooter or anything like that. So you're kind of limited with your vision and have to really pay attention to that HUD. Now if you notice, there's that glowing thing around the bottom. As you kill people, you kind of fill that up, and as soon as it's filled up, you can actually unleash a devastating attack. That's your special move. Of course, you want to save those up for when you get a ton of orcs coming at you. Besides a special move, there are also power-ups that you can pick up, and that will last for limited periods of time. There's a chest on the left coming up here that I'm going to shoot, and there is a ×2, so that will double the number of shots that are coming out. So there's all sorts of different power-up aids that will help you out. I like to save them for when I really need them, so sometimes you'll see me actually just, you know, unlock them but leave them there, and then I'll come back and use them when I really need them. Up at the top left, you can actually see how much time you have left with that special bonus thing, and I've only got 2 things blinking down to 1. So that's just about up. Now I'm going to show you the special move. There you can see, now that's not a good time to use it, but you can see how fast you fire and everything like that. But you want to make sure that you use those, you know, at a little bit better times than I used it, but I just wanted to show you. Now in the top middle too is that green plus, that is actually something that will increase your health if you need it. So I'm just going to pick this up because I don't know if I'm going to be back down this way. A lot of times though you'll actually come back, so sometimes it's better just to leave that sitting there. Now I fast forward a little bit. I want to show you these way stations or beacons. Throughout the game you can press Y, you can actually change your weapon, so and actually change your perks and everything that you have with that. So I'm going to change to the missile launcher just to show you that, what that's like in action. Each weapon has their advantages and disadvantages. The advantage to the missile launcher, it does a lot of damage, but it fires slowly. So I like to use the heavy bolter, and I'll actually show you what that looks like right now. Actually, before I do that, I wanted to show you what the missile launcher looked like when you use a special move, and I'm going to pick up the ×2. Now normally you can wait till that ×2 runs out, or you can actually combine them. So I'm using the missile launcher, the ×2, and my special move right there, and just totally destroying everything. So you can actually combine things and get some really devastating kills that way. Right now we're at the end of the first level, and I've got the heavy bolter going, and I'm going to show you what this looks like when you unleash it. There you go. It's almost like shooting Cheese Whiz, so it's really fun. Now I've got all these power-ups up here, so this is going to be kind of where I have my last stand. I got to destroy these chemgen filters things. I don't know what the heck those things are. But of course then the guys are going to come after me after they do that, and so here they come. Now usually there's a boss at the end of every stage, but this kind of has just a bunch of bigger guys that you got to take out. So I'm picking up one of the power-ups. I'm going to try to take out these guys. That sword to my right is actually, if you're playing more of a hand-to-hand kind of guy, that's going to really help you out taking them out. But obviously this is a ranged guy, so I'm not even going to worry about picking that up. And I don't want to pick up all the other things. You know, I want to kind of use them and space them out at different times. Overall though, this is a pretty fun game. I'd definitely recommend you trying out the demo to see if you like it, if you're looking for something different to play. You know, I'm kind of biased because I grew up playing the Warhammer tabletop game. You basically put together these little guys, paint them, and put together an army, and then you go against somebody else that you're playing with, and you can kind of set up terrain and different types of missions and everything. There's probably, you know, more than 10 armies that you can actually choose from. You're seeing the orcs and the space marines right here, and different armies have different, you know, specialties and things that they excel at and everything like that. Your space marines are kind of the good guys of the universe, and the orcs are kind of the bad guys of the universe too. So you have all these different things. It's an expensive game though. Probably to put together an army you're looking at $500 at least. You know, I think I had $1,000 in some of my armies. So, you know, got too expensive, so I got out of that. But this is a chance for me to kind of relive those fun times and everything like that. I also stay connected by reading a lot of the literature. There's a large amount of literature in the Warhammer 40k world and the Warhammer world in general that tells stories about these various armies, and you know, just gives you a background and insight. So pretty cool fictional literature if you're looking for something to read. But back to this game, this level is just about over. The only problems I have with this game, you know, just trying to shoot people with that right thumbstick, it's hard to aim at, you know, specific targets and stuff like that. So that's probably my only beef with the game. Overall, I'd give this game a 4 out of 5. You know, it'd be nice to have that multiplayer co-op. It'd also be, you know, nice to have a little bit more freedom to explore different areas of the ship. But overall, pretty fun game. Now, what am I working on? I have a video coming up showing my recording software, my new stuff that I'm using, and I'm going to compare it to my old HD PVR. And I'm using the Elgato HD game capture card. I've got things that I like about it and things I don't like about it, so, but I'll show you all that in the next video. I'm also going to show you my custom classes for Call of Duty. A lot of you guys have been asking for that. I also have Darksiders 2 pre-ordered, so I'm going to pick that up, and I'll be putting up, you know, a playthrough of that. Probably won't show you everything in that game, but I'll probably show you, you know, how it starts out, and then probably the boss fights or interesting, you know, bits and pieces about the game or tips and tricks for it. But there's the end of the game. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you want to see any other things, or if you have an arcade game that you'd like to see. I'd love to put it out there. But as always, take care and God bless.